Hi, I'm going to show you today how to actually cook a nice curry. Curry is one of those things that people will like, particularly during a cold winter night. Now the ingredient for curry is actually quite involved. Now let me show you some of the ingredients how curry is need to be cooked. We have here some onion and some garlic. And over here we have some curry leaf. We have some lemongrass, a little bit of lime leaf, some anise seed, and some clove. And obviously a curry is not complete without some curry powder and some coconut milk. Now, interesting thing about this sort of component that each by itself is actually quite unpleasant. For example, these lemongrass, I want to eat them by themselves. Gee, they're hard, it's not edible. What about the onion? Let me just perhaps get some onions into my mouth. It tastes horrible. Not only it tastes horrible, it smells disgusting as well. Imagine I walk past after having eating some onion, walk past somebody that's in a hallway, they will feel like, gee, this person is really stinks. That's the reality of those components of curry. By itself, it's actually quite unpleasant. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you what happens if after I put the unpleasant element together with some fire, with some oil, something beautiful is going to be transformed into. Let's see now. Now, in the cooking process, we're going to start off by obviously having the fire on, and we can see that it's getting really warm now, nice and hot. And what I'm going to do is put some oil into the garlic and with the ginger, a little bit of oil, and at this time I'm going to put in some curry powder, give it a bit of a stir. Now I'm beginning to see the transformations happening now. It's really nice sort of fumes coming out. At this stage I'm going to put in our chicken. Now you can even hear the sizzling sound of the chickens mixing with the garlic and the ginger. It's typical of the Southeast Asian cooking where the fusion of different flavors coming together. And at this time I'm going to put in some curry leaf, and then with some lime leaf and a couple of the lemongrass, the anise seed and the clove. Now you see that it looks really nice now because all the colors and flavors coming together, and I can even sort of smell it, it's getting really yummy and really palatable at this time. Finish up with some coconut milk. Maybe a little bit of water, to give a bit of consistency. At this time when everything sort of mixed together, the ginger, the garlic, the clove, the curry powder, so each and every component in itself is, as I said before, is very unpleasant. But when you mix them together with a little bit of oil and under the heat, they start to transform. They start to sort of fuse together into something that's really nice. So we'll just cover this with the cover, if I can find them. And cook it, say, for about 20 minutes. We'll be back. We're halfway through the cooking now. You can see that we're getting most of the ingredients mixed together in a nice consistency. You see how the components start to mix together. There's the bonding happening, and I can tell you now it smells absolutely beautiful at this time. And it takes about 20 to 25 minutes for this heating process to take place, and you can see all the time that fire's off. Fire is happening all the time, so the heat is really the key here, because with the heat it can actually gel the things together. Those unpleasant elements will be melted in there and forming a very nice curry here. So you can see the heat's really firing up at the bottom. So while this curry is happening, what you can do is you obviously want to serve with things like maybe the rice. So I can bring you that you can cook some white rice in here. I've got some white rice where we can just serve with the curry itself. The recommendation is not to eat curry by itself, as many people would like to do, but mix with some rice is actually good. It's actually the proper way of how curry should be consumed. So we'll just wait for another 10 minutes and we should be able to serve the curry on the table. So this is the final product. Have a look at this. Beautiful, nicely cooked Oriental curry. Bear in mind those components by itself was very unpleasant before, but through the baptism of the fire, it's now being transformed into something absolutely tantalizing and irresistible. I'll serve the ladies with some curry. Debbie, go for it.
Thank you.
Dorothy, and obviously myself. What we can do is we can finish this off, this curry, with garnishing with some nice and juicy cucumber. Make it palatable. So I suppose this cooking show, far from being just a naked chef, is to illustrate the principle that there are components in our life that are by itself is very unpleasant. But if you allow the Holy Spirit of God, the baptism, the fire of God, to mix those unpleasant elements together, God will be able to transform something so unpleasant into something beautiful. Bon appetit!